quick review. There are 12 semitones. That means if we start anywhere and count as one, we'll have done 12, and the 13th one will be a repeat. We're doing that starting on C. Then we use a rule called play, skip one of the semitones, play again, skip again, don't skip, and then skip, then skip, then skip, and then don't skip. And we have reduced the 12 semitones to 7 notes that we are playing of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then a repeat. 1 and 8 are really both 1. Then we choose every other note. We play the 1, we skip the 2, and we play the 3, we skip the 4, and we play the 5. And we get a 1, 3, 5 form. We can put that 1, 3, 5 form, we can begin on any note in that scale and get a chord. But we are just going to consider the 3 chords which turn out to be major chords. They begin on the first note and on the 4th note of the scale, do, re, mi, and on the 5th note of the scale. The first note, 4th note, 5th note. Now we have already looked at them, and we know that we can play these in 2 different ways at least. Here's C played one way, here it's played a second way. Here's F. And by putting this one up here, if I play it 1 octave higher, I'm going to have to move the camera a little bit. And here's G. And we've used those to play I come from Alabama with a banjo on my knee. I'm going to Louisiana, my true love for to see. Now there is a 3rd form that we can use. This is the first form by taking the root note, the C, and going 1, and then skipping one of the 7 notes and skipping again. And then we took that root note and put it on top. There is another way. We can take the root note and keep it in the middle. That means that the one here that is on top would go down to the bottom. That's the 5th note. So now we have the 5th note, the root note, the 1, and the 3. Notice that they're still the same chord. Here's the original chord. Here's how we changed it by taking the bottom and making it the new top. Here's how we changed it by taking the top and making it the new bottom. We can do that with the F. We took the F and put it on the top. Now we can take the C and put it on the bottom, and we still have the F chord. Here's the F, here's the F on top, here's the F in the middle. Here's the G. Now we take the G and put it on top, and we get what we were practicing in the earlier lesson. But if we take the G and let it stay in the middle, then the D will become the bottom instead of the top. So we have the G on the bottom, the G on the top, and the G in the middle. 3 ways of playing G. The C on the bottom, the C on the top, and the C in the middle. The F on the bottom, the F on the top, and the F in the middle. Each of these chords can be played in 3 different forms. Now, just for practice, although it might be a little bit silly to actually play the song this way, let's see if we can play the song very slowly and use all of those forms. I'm just going to play the root note, the C or the F or the G in the left hand, and I'm going to play various forms of the chord in the right hand while I sing. So I'm just going to start with I Come From Alabama with my banjo on my, that's all played in C. I come from Alabama with a banjo on my, now I have to change to G. Knee. I'm now back to C. Going to Louisiana, my true love, back to G. 4, 2, C, back to C. To the F chord for O Susanna. Oh Susanna, back to C. Don't you cry for, and then G, me. Now I've got to go back to C. Come from Alabama with a, back to F. Banjo to G on my knee. If you think about it, you can play all over the piano on these 3 chords by just changing the form of the chord. For instance, you start here with C, and here is still C, still C, still C, still C, still C. I'm just repeating 3 forms, up and up and up and up. You can do that with all of them, and by moving them around more freely, you can get something like, I come from Alabama with a banjo on my knee. I'm going to Louisiana, my true love for to see. Oh, Susanna, don't you cry for me. I come from Alabama with a banjo on my knee. You probably wouldn't do it that way, but for practice, it's a very good thing to do. Next lesson, we're going to look at ways to combine those 3 forms differently.